Today's the last day before the car show. Got a lot of wiring to do, and I'm going to finish the solar panels. So let's see if she's ready to get some wiring done on her. Not quite. I'm redoing the wiring on this stuff and figuring out how I'm going to mount it. And I'm probably going to end up having both of these on the truck. So my end goal is to have one of these charge controllers for the left side and the other one for the right side. And I'm probably going to end up putting 2 more 100 watts back here, depending on how far they would stick out. So we'll have 1,000 watts. So that's what I came up with. That's the new design. I put little bolts in there instead of screws, so I'm not stabbing myself with it. And I got these hooked in parallel now as far as on the battery side. And the amp gauges are on their individual solar panel arrays. And I'm going to hang that up there, and I might cut the end off. I don't know, I'll leave that on there just in case I want to put another charge controller on there. So the one on the right will be for the right solar panel, and the one on the left will be for the left. Just another benefit of working on an old truck. We got ourselves a good ground here, right there, for our back charge controllers. So I don't have to have wires running up to the front. So, and remember, I did a whole bunch of frame and chassis grounds a month or 2 ago. So this is going to be a good ground. And yeah, I haven't drilled any holes in this truck, but this is the first time I've technically scratched paint off in a while. Except for the grounds up there too. Got all panels hooked up now. So the truck has 4 charge controllers. It'll probably end up having 5 just because it's going to work better with my setup. So this one's hooked up. The 600 watts panels are hooked up, so these are 200 watts each, these are 100 watts. And the cool thing about this project that's been going on the whole time, it seems like, I had just enough wire. I had to put these ends, the MC4s on, had just enough of this wire, this solar wire, so it fit perfectly to that other charge controller. I was thinking, what am I going to do with that piece? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. So everything's kind of coming together. This one's hooked up. So the way I got it set up is this charge controller on the left has its own separate amp meter, and it's hooked up to the left panel. The charge controller on the right has its own amp meter, and it's hooked up to the right panel. And the cool thing is you can see that the charge controller is topping off. See how it's charging? This one is set to a higher voltage. I need to turn the voltage down. So you can adjust the voltage where it's charging on this system here, on these charge controllers. These are not 3-stage charge controllers, but these are. I'll get into the details of these charge controllers later. But yeah, I want to do like some solar 101 and why I use these type of charge controllers. So that's it. They're all hooked up, and the cool part about it is if it's cloudy, I should have enough power. And like I said, I'm thinking about I got 2 more of these 100 watters, and I'm thinking about framing this out and finishing this off back here and putting 2 more. But I don't know if I'll need the power maybe when it's cloudy. But what I want to do with this truck is I want to be able to back it out of the garage every day and use the power in the house to make coffee, do whatever. So yeah, that's the goal. It'll be fun to do that. And it'll be another thing for a power source, mobile power source. 1,000 watts is not too bad to have mobile. All right, round 2. So we're going to test out the solar panels. We're going to see what they do with this evening sun. I'm going to hook them up real quick and see what it looks like. Alright, we're getting close to 5 amps
on that panel, but we're getting close to float voltage. So I need to start building loads out here to where I can do a load test on these panels. I got so many panels now. But you can see the left panel is doing almost 5 amps, and the right panel right above me is doing close to 3. But look at the difference in the angle. This one is almost straight, and this one is pointing towards the sun. So that's the difference. So I'm gonna set up some loads here. Not today, but I'll have incandescent light bulbs and stuff for load testing the panels. But that works out pretty good. And I just have the panels kind of clamped to this power wire right now until I run a positive wire. The ground is official. This is a good ground. But that's where the positives are hooked up. So they're working good. So now we have 4 charge controllers, 800 watts. And eventually we'll probably have 200 more watts across the back here with 1 more charge controller. It will share those 2 panels. Here's something else I want to show you about voltage drop. So we're showing 13.6 here. I got the lights and the fan on. We're showing 13.4 there, which is pretty close. But these are showing 14.2 each. And this is why. I got this dinky little wire right here with these clamps. They're not getting warm, but we're getting voltage drop, the current loss right here on this little bitty dinky wire. And it's also just barely clamped to this meter here. So they're pushing pretty hard to compensate. So there's a higher voltage over on that side. So we'll be a lot more efficient when I put the heavier gauge wire. We should not see a voltage differential between these charge controllers in the back and this one right here or that one right there. So that's the reason why you need to run bigger wire for lower voltage, because the lower the voltage, the more you lose. So the higher the voltage, the less current you lose. So everybody take a picture. I just got back from a funeral, so that's the way I had a suit and a vest on, but I went to the store to take some stuff back like this. So, and yes, I know how to tie a tie. What are you talking about? I got plenty of ties. So yeah, that's a real official tie. But yeah, I broke out my new boots that I've had in storage for years, for about 5 years. I have a special pair that I don't wear. And yep, I know you're normally seeing me with just shorts on, so this is what I look like with dressed up, and dressed up with no glasses, so I'm automatically younger that way, right? So this is going OnlyFans, right? And that fast I am free. So I'm back to working on the truck now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. There's so much to do and not enough time. So I'm probably just going to have to, I won't have the water feature like I wanted. A lot of the moving stuff up on top I won't have. But I guess I'll save some for next year. I'm not sure about these car shows where they want you to be there at 8:30 in the morning. And if I can't do a late check-in, then I'm just going to show up and have my own car show. That's just the way I'm going to roll. Because I'm not getting up for somebody like that. So this is cool. So this is the entertainment system in the living room. And I have 2 surveillance camera systems in here that I have access to. Got the 65 Chevy. Got the bed of it. It's all live. Got the back of it. Front door. Front of the Dodge. That one and that one. And this is the inside of the house. I got it covered up right now. And then the back with the back property. So yeah, I can watch I could run the train if I wanted to. There's the Spider, and yeah, so it's pretty cool.